All right. Eden is currently MIA, but that doesn't mean that we are restrained from doing a Unit 2 Quizlet test. You know, all right, there is like 26 terms, so and we're gonna go into this just like head on. I know we haven't touched base on this for like weeks. So if you end up like, not doing well in this test, it's fine. It's okay. But all this, most of the stuff are like kind of prior knowledge. I mean, you can get away with it. I don't know how to explain it. They're countries and they're regions, so I don't know what to say. I think you'll be fine. So, I mean, you know what? Let's just give a couple minutes just to see what we are doing. Actually, no. You know what? Sorry, change of plans. We are going to we're going to preview the Unit 3 quiz. Let me screen share. Oh, you can ignore that. This is just about the Zoom recording that we just had earlier. Got to upload to YouTube. Let's get with it on the flashcards. So this is a lot about like feelings and things of that nature. So to feel upset, to be heartbroken, is 마음이 아프다. 마음이 아프다 is usually in context when it's kind of like your inner feelings. So it's not saying that you're physically hurt. It's more so talking about like you're kind of just feeling sad and you're a little bit heartbroken. I guess that's the right term. Okay. All right. Hello, Eden. We are just reviewing the Unit 3 Quizlet, and then we'll get on with our test. So, okay, let me just go back. So the first one is to feel upset, to be heartbroken. That's 마음이 아프다. Now, to feel relieved, 마음이 가볍다. So, just by itself, 가볍다 means light, not like sunlight, but I don't know, like my phone, for example. This is not that heavy. It's a pretty light object compared to like a car. So when you say 마음이 가볍다, literally it means to have a light heart. But in this case, it's more of like a relief, to feel relief. So 마음이 가볍다 kind of means like all that burden that you have is you just feel relieved. You feel less weighted with burden. Now, to calm down or to relent. Oh, sorry, I just clicked on the image. 마음이 풀리다. So this is when, so 풀리다 means it's more of like a release of, stress and stuff. So when you de-stress, that's kind of the same thing as calming down. So when you're stressed out, you're kind of like anxious and stuff. You're not calm in that state. You're just really anxious and you're really stressed and maybe depressed, but that's a different story. So to calm down, to release that stress, to relent, that means 마음이 풀리다. 풀리다 means to let go. Maybe if you're like have a tension in a rope, 풀리다 means just to let go, to release that tension. So this is kind of like also, instead of saying, so 마음이 가볍다 is more of an adjective. 마음이 풀리다 is also kind of an adjective too. You can also use 마음이 풀리다 as a verb, but kind of the same meaning. They're kind of similar. But this one means specifically to de-stress, to calm down, to release stress, to relent. Now, to be open-minded, 마음이 열리다. So 열다, when you open the door, 문을 열다, that means to just literally open the door. So when you're saying your heart is opening, that's basically saying that you're open-minded. To like, 마음에 들다. So this is more of an expression. When you're like going shopping, maybe like you are whatever store that you're shopping. Let's say we're shopping on Nike.com. So you know what?
I have a question.
What's up?
So on the top right corner,
Yeah.
I see I see something you installed that I have. The
And what is
Google
that?
Meets background thing.
Where is that?
The eye.
The eye.
Yeah, that.
Oh, the visual effects. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know, man. All
Yeah,
right.
I've seen it. Do you use it during class?
No. My friend told me to get it. I think it's kind of stupid. I pay attention in class now, so I don't do it. I tried it out once.
You can make yourself freeze so it
Yeah,
seems
I
like
know.
you're frozen.
But like then again, like everyone, like teachers aren't. Some teachers are not stupid. Like for me, like I know, like if you're freezing or you turned off your camera, like I'm not stupid. But sometimes it doesn't work for certain computers. I heard my friend tried it and apparently it didn't work on his computer. But yeah, that's a whole nother story for another day. All right, but let's go to. All right, how about let's go to Apple? Let's go to Apple. So Apple actually today, and this is a good context, they just released a new version of their iPads. I don't know if you know what an iPad is, but an iPad is a tablet. Hope you know what that is now. So it's a little bit slow to load, so sorry if it's a kind of buffering, but I hope this will make sense. This is let's just put this into context. So um, let's go right now to the iPad. So they just released a new iPad, and basically they didn't change any of the design, but they changed the internals. So any electronic device has a computer inside it, a CPU. And I know that sounds like tech nerdy stuff, but that's true. You have if you don't have a CPU, you can't have like a functioning tablet. So in this case, they changed the CPU and they changed the brightness. So this thing goes really bright. Now, you look at this display, and obviously you're not going to go out and inspect the device. We're not trying to do that here. But it looks nice just from the picture. So it has a 12.9-inch display, liquid retina finish, has two colors, space gray, has like all these options and stuff. And you're saying, oh, 마음에 들다, 마음에 드네. That means, oh, it looks good. I think it's worth having. So I hope that clarifies what that means. You like it. It's interesting. It seems
That you
enticing.
could just say chua.
Yeah, you can also say
Yeah, you
좋아
can chua.
or 마음이 드네. You know, same thing. But I think 마음이 드네 it also kind of emphasizes a little bit more of like you really like expressing this. Like this is something that this is good. This is nice. But like Leon said, the simplest way is to say 좋아요. That's just one example, though. I hope that makes sense. All right. To keep something in mind, to consider. Sorry.
To keep something in mind to consider.
You say 마음에 두다. So, I guess like when you say 그만두다, that's saying like put an end to things. This is more of like to keep something in mind. Considering, in this case, it has a picture of remembering. So this is like not really suppressing it. It's not trying to like kick it out. It's more of like I'm going to put this in like the storage. Like I'm not going to, throw it away, but I'm going to be considerate of it. Now to linger in one's mind. 마음에 남다. So 남다 as an adjective form means to remain, to stay. Um, so when you have like when you eat like jjajangmyeon, for example, jjajangmyeon, like black bean noodles. Let's look that up. If we so look, if we have this for example, jjajangmyeon. Um, look, it looks like a very enticing dish. Personally, I love jjajangmyeon. It's one of my favorite foods. Now, let's say you only ate like three-quarters of it. So you still have like the kondegi, you still have like the potato, you still have some of the vegetables, you still have some of the noodles left. And your mom would say, "Oh, 조금 남네." That means, oh, you still have some left. You still have something remaining in your dish, in your bowl. So this is kind of like the same thing, 마음에 남다, to linger in one's mind. So this is more of like a figurative term, not a physical term, but it's saying like, oh, like something is remaining in your head. Maybe it's like a memory that you had, or maybe it was some event that happened today. Like for example, I was watching the iPad Pro event live at my school, and that was lingering in my head. 마음이 남다. That was still in my head, and I'm still thinking about it now because it's just such a cool thing. So this doesn't really mean positive or negative. It's more of a neutral connotation. But the overall meaning is that there's some memory or there's something that's staying in your mind, whether it's good or bad, to weigh on one's mind or to worry about. So this is kind of when we get into the negatives. This is like more of anxiety. This is when we start getting a little stress. 마음에 걸리다. So 걸리다 means like to get stuck on, I guess, or to hang. So 옷을 걸다, that means to hang clothes. 걸리다 means to like get stuck in, to get stuck with something. So 마음에 걸리다. So there, in your mind, in your heart, there's something that is something that's making you worried. So this is a negative term. It's making you worried. It's making you feel anxious. It's weighing on you. And I know maybe it might be like a sad memory that you had. Maybe you had a bad test grade, and it's right now it's like it's really weighing on you. 마음에 걸리다. It's just like making you worried that you might not do well in the next test. That's a common thing that people do. Hope that's relatable. Now let's move on to number 9. To decide. 마음을 먹다. I don't really have anything else to say here. It's just to decide. 마음을 먹다. I don't really have an example for this. To like, comma, to love. 마음을 주다. So I think this is a bad English translation for this. 주다 means to give. When you 마음을 주다, this is a positive connotation. This is a positive. This is when you say a lot of positive things. So when you say you're giving your mind to something, that's the literal translation. It's more saying that you are, I guess, like caring for something, and you're putting your heart into it. You are, you're dedicating or you're committing to something, whether it be a relationship, whether it be, something that you love to do. Maybe it's a sport, maybe it's a game, maybe it's a hobby, anything. 마음을 주다. That means it's not just to like or to love, but to expand that definition, it's more of to consider more and to care about. It's kind of hard to explain, but I hope the examples I gave you make sense. To share feelings. 마음을 나누다. So I think this is a weird term. I honestly don't think that you guys would ever use this because I don't really use this term. 나누다 means to like separate or to distribute. So if you have like a piece of candy and you have 8 pieces of candy and you have 4 friends, what's 8 divided by 4? That's 2. So everyone would get two pieces of candy each. That's like nanuda. That means to to distribute evenly or whatever. So I think to share feelings, I think this is more of a negative term. But yeah, I would just memorize this. I wouldn't really use this in real life, unless if your parents have a better example for this. I don't think this is a good term to use. Now the last one is to change one's mind. Oh, look at that GIF over here. 마음을 바꾸다. This is a very common term. 바꾸다 means to change, to switch. Now when you say your mind changes, it's literally, this is the literal definition, to change one's mind. So maybe you were thinking of buying, let's go back to the iPad example we have over here. Maybe you were thinking of buying the 12.9-inch iPad. We're going to go with a space gray color. We're going to get 512 gigabytes. We're going to get Wi-Fi. But then you're like, oh, wait, it's $12.99. Maybe I want a little bit for just $200 more. I'll get the Wi-Fi plus cellular. Maybe I don't need the 512 gigabytes. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to get the 128 gigabyte version. And maybe, I'll just get the 11-inch. I don't think I need the 12.9-inch. 마음을 바뀌었어. You changed your mind. You opted out of the 12.9-inch for the 11-inch. You kept the same color. You did a little bit decrease in storage, but you also got the cellular option, right? So that's just a common example too. Changing one's mind. It can be literally in any circumstance. So I hope that makes sense. I think that's one of my best explanations for a vocab thing ever. So yeah. Let's just go back to Unit 2, though, and let's just do a little bit of a test. Now, it's going to be hard. I understand. We only have 4 minutes. Let's try to knock this out, though. So let's just do some matching. Answer with both. No, I'm not showing images. And let's show all 26 questions. No, let's just do 20 questions. This is me all the time. All right, let's just knock this out real quick, okay? So Leon, number 1, out of these 7 matching, you have the answers here.
B.
E? Okay.
B. As in banana.
Oh, B, sorry. All right, Ryan, number 2, Norway. Ryan, I can't hear you. Oh, E, okay, good. Eden, number 3.
Canada. F.
Good. All right, Leon, number 4.
D.
Good. Number 5, Ryan. Okay, good. Eden, number 6. Eden, number 6.
C.
All right, what's number 7?
D.
Nice. All right, Ryan, number 1, South Africa. Which one is it? Yo, Ryan, I think you're lagging a little bit. Ryan, I don't know if I can hear you that well. Can you type your answer in the chat, please? Because like you're at like from my screen, you're kind of like you're like buffering really bad. Oh my gosh, yo. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so it's probably just Ryan. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Okay, the third one. All right. What about number 2, Leon?
Uh. um,
Whenever you're ready, man.
The third one or the first one?
Pick one.
Uh.
All right, let's while you're doing that, Eden, let's do number 3. Which one? Number 3.
I am. Indo.
All right. Eden, what's number 2? Oh no, sorry. Leon, what's number 2?
1.
Ryan, number 4. Type it in the chat. Just because I don't yeah, I think you're buffering really bad, yeah. It's Kenya. All right, while you're doing that, Leon, let's do number 5.
4.
Okay. All right, Ryan, you're still doing number 4, so just tell me what the answer is in the chat. So, cool. All right. Leon, I know Eden, number 6.
North America.
Okay. All right, Ryan, if you can't see my screen, yeah. I'll just give it to you. Sorry, man. Let's go back. All right, Ryan, let's do number 7. And while you're doing that,
I
Leon,
have a question.
yeah, what's up?
Can I just answer the one that Ryan has to do?
Oh, I already did that. Sorry.
Can you?
Yeah. Leon, you can do number 1 for the true and false questions. Ryan, you can still do number 7.
Wait. Who's doing number 7?
Ryan is, so you can do number 1.
False.
Leon, no, Eden, number 2. Gosh, I'm getting mixed up. Eden, can you do number 2, please? Eden, can you do number 2?
Yeah.
Can you do number 2?
False.
Good. All right, Leon, let's just do number 7. I think Ryan's internet's
Okay,
pushing on him.
2.
All right, Eden, number 3. Eden, number 3.
I know. True?
All right, Leon, number 4.
True.
Good. Eden, number 5.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, true?
Okay.
False. I
Oh,
mean, true.
you false? Okay, cool. Got it.
True.
Okay, cool. Eden,
Oh
last one.
my.
It's all right, guys. Ryan, my man. Second one for number 7. Good job. We picked it for you already. We predicted the future. Okay. Hey, I hope that unit 3 explanation was really good. I tried really hard, like figuring out like what to say. Hope that made sense. This is your homework. Kinda it's a decent amount, not gonna lie. But it's all right. Oh shoot. On Thursday, I think we should do a show and tell. Unless if you guys want to push that off for next week. But yeah. Maybe your other homework would just be think of an item to bring and then you can just present it later. We may or may not do it Thursday. Now I think about it, since we kind of extended this class. But yeah, hope that was a very informational session today. We got a little productive, which is nice. And yeah, everyone do your homework due Thursday. Eden, please send me your homework ASAP. And yeah, I'll see you all on Thursday. Someone text Simon though, where he went. All right, well, see you guys.
Bye.